Hello Tokyo, my old friend. Hello everyone, happy gaijins of the world, wherever you might be watching from. I'm back, I'm in Tokyo. And I have literally just got off a flight, had a shower, and I'm set out for the streets of Tokyo. It's a little bit of a grey, gloomy day. I've got a feeling that it might rain on us, and if that's the case, I'll have to see what happens with the stream. But for now, it's holding. I've got a rain jacket in my got a rain jacket. So yeah, I want to just show you a little bit of this general area. Check it out, guys. Gloomy. Will I make it? Yes, I will. I'm just gonna check the actually, I'm gonna cross over to this side, I think. Japan, Ichiban, Bojo, Jesse, awesome. Oh, it's definitely cooled down. I mean, I've just come from Europe, from the south of Europe. It was 30 degrees. Actually, it was 32 degrees when I left, so ooh, a closed 7-Eleven, guys. Have you ever seen a closed 7-Eleven? First time. Well, actually not the first time, but kind of a little bit rare. It's closed. Temporary closing. Why is it temporarily closed? Interesting. Hello from Mexico. Hey, hola. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Desde México. It's a gloomy day. Flight was okay. I flew with Swiss. I don't think the food was that great. I must admit, the food was actually not that good at all. One of the worst meals I've ever had flying. It was just not that good. And what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I slept 7 hours. I set myself changed my clock, my watch, to Japan time before I left, and I made sure to try to sleep at around midnight. So I slept midnight Japan time till about 7 a.m. So hopefully that will really help with everything, with the jet lag. Ooh. Should we go this way? People taking photos here. Let's carry on walking. Actually, Japan Ichiban, can you share this on the Discord if you don't mind? Hey everyone, reflection time. And also, I'm not very sure if the microphone's working or not. Check out that little slim blue building there. Lawson's open though. Right. I'm gonna see if I can just make sure the microphone's working. Give me a second. Is the microphone working? Let's see. One, two. 1, 2. I think so, right? I am blowing into the microphone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's like loads of pizza places here, actually. Hey, check it out. Okay, this is gonna be very interesting because usually around this area I have a terrible reception around the Tokyo Tower. But we'll see what things are like with this SIM. I've been using an eSIM from Sakura Mobile, which is slightly different. It's like a local SIM, eSIM, and I haven't tried it down this area before. But in the past, it would have already been cutting off, so what I have noticed is that I don't feel too tired, but my voice feels tired, even though I haven't actually, even though I haven't really spoken much in the last 24 hours. Connection seems to be stable, which is great. You can't even see the top. You can't see the top of it because of the... Oh yeah, dry aeroplane air. That's probably it. I wonder if we're gonna get another "oh my god, you're the reason why I came to Japan" moment. Thanks, Japan, for coming and saying hello. Don't worry. Enjoy your trip. See you soon. Be in contact. What time are you arriving back in Tokyo, by the way? Alright, let's put this SIM to the test. Arigatou gozaimasu. For me, this is a perfect temperature for walking around in the autumn, you know? To be honest. It's always fascinating. I always come here and I always act as if I'm seeing it for the first time. Does anybody have that thing? I mean, I've been here a gazillion times by now. I've streamed here a few times. Okay, let's check it out. What's going on here? I mean, to start with, connection is very stable, which is amazing. Let me just, oh, wait a minute, my tripod's broken. I forgot. It doesn't have a leg. It doesn't have a leg to stand on, so I don't know how I'm going to do this. Hold on. Gotta figure out how to... And of course my microphone had to fall into the only puddle of water in the whole place. The microphone had to fall in the whole puddle of water. Typical, right? Alright, let me... Alright, here we go. Tokyo Tower this is the base of the Tokyo Tower, by the way. Hopefully you can still hear me, everyone. And this is the entrance. Usually inside of the Tokyo Tower there's quite a few things going on. There's always some sort of like little mini market selling, you know, drinks, food, snacks, whatever, souvenirs. This crepe place has been here for a while. I've never had a crepe from there, I don't think. There's something interesting there. Candle days, interesting. I'm going to walk around it, see what there is. Yeah, Japan is full of public events, full of public events. Some kind of a queue here for something. Oh, there's some kind of a candle event, obviously, going on here. This looks pretty cool, actually. I wonder if they actually turn on, you know, like the candles. Nathan going to Japan every Tuesday. Hey, Norma, and how are you doing, Tokyo Liberty TV? Candles. There's a few interesting sayings in Spanish. A dos velas means at two candles, which basically means completely lost or not getting it, not understanding it. Just as your little bit of info for the day. All right, let me get my bearings. Where am I? Is this the way that I usually come? Let's see. Quite busy with tourists here. Obviously, guys, apologies. I'm not my usual energetic self. I've literally just come off a 13 hours plus 3 hours plus a 3-hour layover. I've literally just arrived in Tokyo. So these are literally my first hours in Tokyo that I'm showing you. And therefore, I'm feeling a little bit tired. I mean, I don't feel tired, like jet lag tired yet, but I am definitely tired from all the travel. So forgive me for being a little bit quiet, but I'll show you around. Okay, I'm just getting a little bit lost around here, guys. So I think, let's see where we are going. Yep, I literally just got here. You'd be too exhausted. I don't feel exhausted. It's different. I just feel more like my voice is tired, probably from that dry air of the flight. I mean, I should maybe walk backwards. That's a good shot. It's a pity it's quite gloomy. But you know what I say? Better have a gloomy day in Tokyo than not have a day in Tokyo. I'll try to actually schedule my streams from now on. Obviously, it was going to be quite hard to schedule my my stream just on arrival, but moving forward, I'm going to try to schedule my stream. Tomorrow, I'm going to try and do a Ninja Monkey stream quite early in the morning. I'm guessing I'm still going to be rather jet lagged, so I should be able to hopefully schedule it more or less for the normal time. That's my guess. I'm staying with some friends this time, so I'm not in a hotel. And I've got to be careful not to dox their address or where they live or anything like that. So this is why I walked like 20 minutes away from where they live to start the stream. I could have started the stream far earlier, but wasn't going to do that. It's currently, what's the time now? It's currently 12:36 in the PM. So just 12:30, just gone midday. And most likely after the stream, I'll get myself some lunch. I don't intend to I don't intend to actually, I've lost my trail of thought, guys. I must be more tired than what I thought. Yeah, this weather is nice temperature. I wouldn't say it's my perfect walking weather. I like blue skies personally. I don't like skies that are too blue. I like skies that have some clouds scattered here and there. All these tourists are making their way to the Tokyo Tower. Guaranteed. Autumn is starting, but it's still a little bit off. This is where we come from, guys. March and April can be a mixed bag. You know, sometimes it's sakura season and then it rains and it totally spoils the sakura season. Other times it doesn't. Check out the reflection there. That's pretty cool. Let me show you if I can zoom in a little bit. You see the reflection of the Tokyo Tower on that building? It's pretty cool, huh? So I'm just going to literally walk around the Tokyo Tower. I'm not too sure exactly where I am right now, to be honest. You can see just the little tip there of the Tokyo Tower. But I always try to, when I arrive in the morning, like I did today, I landed just before 9 a.m. And then in between, it took about, I would say, what was it, half an hour to get out of the airport. So 9:30, and then I got the Skyliner to Ueno 9:39 in the morning, I think it was. Got me in at, I think, around 20 past 10, and then I made my way, got a Ginza line to this general area where my friend lives. Had a shower, left my bag, got changed, and here I am. When it comes to umbrellas, I always say, just get an umbrella here. So Konbinis sell them very cheaply. They're disposable, you can leave them behind, or you can buy one here from a Konbini or from a store. It ends up being a little bit of a souvenir for you. Also, if you do it that way, I don't carry an umbrella with me, ever. If I see in the weather forecast that it's going to be rainy for a few days, then I plan accordingly when I'm in Japan by either purchasing a transparent umbrella from a Konbini, or if it's going to really rain for a few days in a row, I might actually get myself something a little bit more permanent. The streets of Tokyo are always changing. I feel, depending on the area, that you're at, you know. You could easily be in, you know, in Akihabara, a completely different feel. Shibuya, completely different feel. Ueno, completely different feel. Here in the general sort of like Roppongi area, or the area surrounding Tokyo Tower, which by the way is over here. I've had a Konbini umbrella stolen from me before, from a McDonald's out of all places. I just bought it. It was raining. I bought myself a Konbini umbrella. I left it at the entrance of McDonald's with some of the other umbrellas, and then when I returned for it, it wasn't there. But hey, I mean, I felt like I was finally like proper, like integrated into Japan after that experience. The Konbini umbrellas are still under 1,000 yen, yeah. Some of them are like 650, depending on the size also, you know, so. Very, very quiet right now. I'm not too sure how many people I'm gonna meet. Oh, check this out, guys. This is a really nice shot, actually. This is one that I would definitely, you know, like bookmark for the future. It's very pretty here. Well, obviously people are doing the same thing. Just a pity about the weather. I'm literally walking around the perimeter, or trying to walk around the perimeter of the Tokyo Tower as best as I can. The fog's pretty cool. As long as it doesn't rain, I am happy. Look, there's a Swiss flag. Swiss restaurant. Interesting. Wow. I just came from Switzerland. You could say I was in Switzerland a few hours ago. That's where I caught my flight. I caught my flight from Zurich to Tokyo. It could be an interesting view from the top. I'm not sure if you'd end up seeing anything at all. You might not see anything. Hey, these are the views that I like, actually. All the different views of the Tokyo Tower, huh? I like it with the building on the side, the sign, the stickers. Yeah, the Swiss, I mean, I've flown Swiss Airlines a few times and I can't remember the food being bad. But this time round, no. It was so meh that thankfully I ate a good meal, a good breakfast before the flight. But it was so meh that I ended up pretty much only having like the dessert, which was also meh. And I ended up having the bread. And I asked for some more bread. So yeah guys, the first stream of the trip. It's a short trip, which is sad, but I'll be back here in, I don't know, 7 weeks, 8 weeks. I don't know exactly, but I'll be back at the end of December. The question is, what's going to be the very first meal of my Japan trip? I wonder. Check out the skyline here. It's very moody. Check it out. Let me zoom in a little bit. The buildings are lost. At the top you can't see them. I believe that's the Mori Tower there, just in front of us. I probably won't have ramen, to be totally honest. Not today. I feel that it's just might be a little bit too heavy for my very first meal, you know? But I don't know, maybe tonkotsu, or maybe something from the kombini like you mentioned. This is how jet lag usually. Wait a minute, this is the way that I walked earlier, I'm pretty sure. Okay. It's so good. I remember walking past this church. Maybe karage, I don't know. I don't feel jet lagged, but the first thing that usually is affected for me personally is my appetite is all over the place. So I'm a little bit hungry now, which is good, because it means that I'm more or less in sync. But that's very unusual, because usually I'm not very hungry at this time. But I want to maybe make my way to the temple, and the temple to Hamamatsucho. I am going to be totally honest. I had never really noticed. Let me just turn things. I'm going to be totally honest. I had never really noticed so many churches around Tokyo Tower until today. So you learn every trip. You learn a little bit more, right? Well, it's now like lunchtime, really, to be honest. It's not really breakfast anymore. Right, let me get my bearings. Doing the best job ever. Right, I feel like I've done a loop now. Just trying to get my bearings, guys. So we've done a full on a full on loop. And I think I'm gonna try and go down and cross ahead. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not lost, but a little bit like I've forgotten. Usually that will happen imminently. Imminently. It's gonna happen very soon. Let's see. You are here. Tokyo Tower. Hamamatsucho Station is straight ahead. So that's basically where I want to go. Here. Okay. I'm guessing that I'm just going straight. There's a little sort of ravine, sort of stream. Shall we go down there? Check it out. In the past I haven't had good enough. Hey, Jim Ross! How you doing? Why is your name Jim Ross 7648? Has something changed? How are you doing? I was just thinking, I haven't seen Jim in a while. I could never stream down here because the connection's terrible. But today, I think things might be a little bit different. Let's hope. It's incredible, eh? You wouldn't think that we're in the middle of Tokyo just from walking around here. A little stream. Oh, I know where we are now. I think I know where we are now. Yeah, I'm being very careful. I do not want to hurt myself on the very first morning of arriving in Japan. So I actually stayed in this general area when I first came, 2014. And I have some memories of sitting on these benches here in the heat and humidity of summer.
So, do you want to go to Shibuya?
These areas are the best in the summer because they're nice and shady. YouTube added the numbers, don't know what it means. Hey, thank you so much for the user drink. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thanks, Jim. I'm definitely getting a user drink soon. It's from 7-Eleven. I haven't stepped in a kombini yet. I wanted to get a stream done. It's a great way of also like staying alert, staying awake, you know. So streaming when I arrive is just a great way to. Right, this is the way that we walked earlier on, so I'm not gonna go that way. I'm gonna cross ahead. I don't wanna. So I'm gonna go straight down. One of my friend's bar is open. It's too early probably. It says I still have a connection, though. Interesting. All good now, wasn't too bad. Yeah, Jim, that's basically it. Trying to beat the... Oh, actually, I'm going to be honest. I think this time, hopefully I'm going to be pretty good. Because I actually slept like really well on the plane. And I slept... I set my basically, let me turn things around. I set my clock, my watch, to Japan time just before we took off, and then I tried to fall asleep at midnight, and I did, and I slept 7 hours. So I slept Japan time midnight to 7 a.m., which is aligned with Japan time. So hopefully that will help, you know. I am starting to get a bit peckish also. You just came back from Osaka. When did you arrive in Japan? I'm only here for a week, guys. This is day 1. But yeah, I'm only here for a week. Some more Tokyo Tower views, anyone? I had a little bit of an aid this time, Jim. I took something to help me sleep, and this time it actually worked. Sometimes I take stuff and it doesn't do anything. But maybe I was tired also because I was at the airport at 4 a.m. So I woke up at 3:30 in the morning. My first flight was like 6:30 in the morning. So maybe it all like added up and helped. We went to Kurashiki yesterday. Yeah, Kurashiki is amazing. Shh, don't tell too many people. It's starting to drizzle. I know exactly where we are now. Temple grounds are just on the right. I've celebrated New Year's here before. I recommend it actually. It's quite an interesting experience. The traditional like Japanese New Year's. I'm not very sure where I'll spend it this New Year's, but actually, Jim, I'm not very sure if I'm gonna see her much. We had plans to see each other quite a bit, but things have happened and she's busy with dealing with things. So I'm sure I will see her, I just don't know when. I was hoping to see her tomorrow or maybe this evening. I don't even know if that's gonna happen. So yeah. This is the Joji temple. In terms of planning, it depends on the type of trip. If it's a Tokyo trip like this, obviously I book my flights quite a few months in advance, I'm not gonna lie. But in terms of planning a Tokyo trip, I don't have anything specific planned unless I have specific people that I'm going to meet, and I might have a list of things that I might want to do or projects that I'm working on that I might simply you know, like film. But generally, because I've been to Tokyo so many times, that I don't feel I need to plan anything. But my summer trips, July, August, I'm in Japan for 6 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, and I spent a lot of time planning. Like, maybe I start planning it in, I'll probably book my flights if I can by February time for the summer. So that's 4 or 5 months before. And then I will probably start planning it because of, check out the view, by the way. That is what I'm talking about there. Yeah, so basically it's because I wanna, obviously when I have a long trip, I need to plan itinerary carefully, or else the hotels become way too expensive. So I'm pretty much locked in the summer. I'm pretty much locked to a general itinerary that I have a little bit of wiggle room. But when it comes to like planning, like when I'm in just one place, there's not much planning to do other than getting my accommodation and my flights. And then everything sort of falls into place. Meet this person, go somewhere, etc. That is a great shot, huh? I will be here for cherry blossom season, but the question is, will I actually be here for cherry blossom season, if that makes any sense? Because you never know when the blossoms are going to come out. By the way, just a few months ago, actually during cherry blossom season, there was a big barrier here and you couldn't actually go into there. That's actually a big gate that they're restoring. That building, it looks like a normal building, but actually it's a wooden gate to the temple that I'm guessing they're doing something to. Well, I believe it was last time, unless I've imagined it. I'm 100% sure it's a gate, but they've built a very elaborate structure around it, to be honest. I have not gotten a new gimbal. This gimbal is fine. It's a bit annoying because I've lost one of the legs and I can't stand it up, like when I want to talk to you. But I mean, let's not waste money, you know? Put money into the things that really matter. If this one dies or starts misbehaving, then maybe I'll do something about it. I'll show you now when I cross this road here. Actually, I want to cross on the other side because I want to see my friends in the bar. My secret bar. But when I cross, you'll be able to see a few things. This area is quite special because this is the area that I first stayed in. In fact, this is the first place I came to 11 years ago, now coming up to nearly 12 years or whatever. 11 years ago, I guess. 12 years ago. I stayed in this area, and I'll show you. I've done this before. By the way, this is what the gate normally looks like. As you can see, it's all covered up and they're obviously restoring it. They've covered it up by a whole very elaborate building. It's very impressive what they've done. Incredible, actually, to think. So I can show you a few interesting things from this area, but they're a little bit personal to me, as in they are locations from my very, very, very first trip. So not like tourists, not like touristically interesting locations, but maybe you're interested, maybe you're not. Check out this old, like, house building just there in the middle, in between the larger built around it. This is now Hamamatsucho. Hamamatsucho is a great area if you want to stay here because it's basically the end of the monorail. So if you're arriving in Haneda and you're a little bit nervous about where to stay, then I suggest Hamamatsucho. It's got access to the Yamanote line, some other metros. Oh, this is as my friend's bar closed down. Right, there, at the very, very end there, is where my friend's bar is. And all of this area is so interesting. Check it out. Jim, I know exactly how you feel. Like, how can you feel homesick when you don't even, live here? I get it. Right. I think he's just closed for the day because I don't think it's closed for good. But this location here is one of my favorite little izakaya bars, tourist friendly. The guy here is so awesome. I come here nearly every single trip. He knows me quite well, and I left an envelope here for anybody who has an emergency, Ninja Monkey emergency. They can come here and they can grab whatever's in the envelope, some money, a little bit of a community thing that I started, so that if you're ever in trouble and need a few thousand yen, then hopefully you can go and say, hey, Ninja Monkey sent me, and you can get the envelope from there and hopefully obviously get a drink. But that's the whole idea. And if not, you can just add to the envelope. It's like a rainy day fund. It's like a special secret rainy day fund if anybody ever has a big problem, and it's a community thing. You come here, you have a drink, you leave a little bit more, and it's a trust thing, you know. Obviously I'm going to trust that the right people get the money. I mean, I can't control it, but I thought it was a cool little idea. And feel free to add to the envelope, and it's not something that I want to advertise too much other than to the core people, you know. So, right, let me explain now. So this is the very, 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 very first Starbucks that I had when I came to Japan years and years ago. That's to start with. Then over here in the corner this like izakaya sort of location just there. Just there is the very first meal that I had in Japan. Crazy. The very, 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 very first meal that I ever had in Japan was there. I'll go one step further. This is the first konbini that I ever experienced in Japan. Funny, huh? And I believe that my hotel, my first hotel that I ever stayed in was, if not this street, the one behind it. But it was a hotel in this area anyway that I had in Japan, so it's a bit of a special location for me. It's interesting, you know, how sometimes places can be so special just because they're linked to a memory. And I absolutely love this gate. I was obsessed with this gate. I'll tell you why I was obsessed with this gate. When I first came to Japan, when I came to Japan on my own, it was my first ever long-haul flight. And I was very, very, very worried about getting lost. And I basically used Google Maps and Street View to figure out the way to my hotel by using this as a landmark. So I figured out that this was like next to my hotel, and I could just walk up to this gate and then turn right to find my hotel. And I used that as a landmark. And I would, for a few days before my trip, I would literally like just follow the route on Google Maps. And then when I arrived, that's what I used, my memory, but through practicing my route through Google Maps, which is kind of funny. Very funny. Right, my battery is rather low, so let me see if I can plug in my power bank. This is where I could have done with my let's see. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to do this because the legs don't work. All right. Just for a moment. Okay. I think that we are more or less okay. Oops. What am I doing? There we go. All right. I've got my battery pack connected. So this is a street of firsts. The street of firsts. Kind of funny, huh? So yeah, if you can see over there, that's the gate that I used. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'm a little bit lucky in that my first trip to Japan was sort of like the beginnings of Facebook. And I didn't have pocket Wi-Fi or anything. So the problem was that I didn't actually upload anything onto Facebook, onto my personal Facebook, until I got home after the trip. But I did I did the typical tourist thing where I bought myself a camera specifically for the trip, which is so funny. And that's actually when I learned that, to be honest, video was more important than photos. I took my my phone. Sorry, I took my camera. I took some video, not a lot, some video. But then when I got home, I realized that I was more interested in seeing the videos than seeing the photos. Oh yes. Yum. There's a hub up there. Every time I see a hub, I think of Drew. Never forgotten. Cocoa curry. Hey, Philippe is here also. Hey. So this is a Diamond Station. It's a Asakusa line and the Oedo line here. And then if you carry on walking a little bit further, you get to the Hamamatsucho station that has access to the Yamanote line and the monorail. The temperature is changing, it's going down a little bit. The hub does do some form of fish and chips. It does. Opposite here also there's a coffee place where I often use as a meeting point whenever I'm going to meet Clay. Actually, maybe I should send a message to Clay. I might get myself a coffee, or maybe I should just try and get myself lunch. Usually there's a nice view here of the Tokyo Tower, but it's hidden. There's a gate there at the very, very, very far end. Oh, and here on the left is a robot. What do you call it? Hotel. I stayed in this hotel. I'll show you. It's the Hena Hotel or whatever it's called. It's very welcome. It's conveniently located. I'm not going to lie. It's a bit freaky though. So this is the Hena Hotel here. You see? There. I'm not going to go in because I'm not actually a guest, but freaky. I've stayed there before. All for a video that I was putting together that I never put together. Very creepy. Check out this view. It's pretty cool. Just inside skyscrapers. It's even more creepy with the Halloween, indeed. And yeah, and Hamamatsucho station is just there. This Tari's coffee is very convenient. It's covered. And obviously there's a whole development thing going on. But yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna leave it here for today. Thanks, Jim, for the super chat. And I'm gonna start thinking about getting myself some food, which will help me like get my appetite into the same time zone. And I'll figure out a few things. I'll figure out what I'm gonna do for the rest of the day. But thanks so much, everyone, for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay positive. Be happy, Gaijin. See you soon. Bye.